Okay, so you go to polleverywhere.com and click on login, or actually you can sign up if you haven't done it before. So sign up and then log in once you've done your sign up and verification. And this is kind of the dashboard where you set things up. So for each question you're going to make, click on create a poll. Anytime you want to see what questions you already have, you click on my polls. So right now it automatically opens up to my polls, and this one is still here, so I'm just going to delete this one. Okay, and so I'm going to create a couple. Here's my question. Okay, so you start typing your question and it gives you options of different types of questions. So you could do multiple choice where you have different options they can choose from. And then it'll show you either count of how many pick that or percent. Or you can choose open-ended so that they're just going to answer whatever they think. Okay, if you choose open-ended, then you have different options of how they appear, so you can kind of play around with that. As a text wall, then they're going to come in individually in order, and the first ones that came in are going to start moving their way to the bottom, which might be easier for a trivia game because then they come in order. If you want a different look, then you could use the ticker or the cluster, but the text wall is kind of makes it easier to visualize. What's another question? Make something up. Who spent part of their summer in Italy? Oops, spelled it right. Italy. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do open-ended. So there's 2 questions, for instance. Okay, so let's say that's enough for now. I can add more after. Click on create. And you can see my 2 questions here. And what I could do is create a group. Oh, I forgot to select them first. Sorry. Pick the ones you want to make a group. And you can name the group. Say teacher trivia. And save it. When you hover over these, you can click on edit or copy if you want to do have them look the same or have the same features, and then just change the question after. To change the question at any time or the spacing of the question, you can click on edit, or if you just want to get rid of it, you can click on delete. The little green box at the end just indicates how many responses you have, if you have some responses to those. So let's say you wanted to change the look of this question. If you click on it, it'll show you what they're going to see on the screen if you bring it up on the screen. Right now it's set to accept responses from a website version and also from text messaging. Okay, so one of the things you can do over here along the side, aside from stopping your poll, starting your poll, pushing it out to different types of devices, you can also change how people respond. So let's say we want to only let them text message, not tweet, not go to the website. So now you can see it up here. It's changed. It's live right now because it automatically will be in start mode. So it will accept text message responses anytime. And I just kind of sat and played with it so I can see the text coming up. So basically what they would do is in the place where you would normally enter someone's phone number to text them, this is the number that they would show. So 37607 is for my surveys. I'm assuming it's probably the same number for all of them. But this number here is what designates that particular question. So they'd put that first in their message, and then a space, and then whatever their answer is. I would suggest that you get them to try to find my phone. Get them to text their answer and maybe their initials or their name. Okay, so that's part of it. You can also set it in another place here. Okay, I'll show you these ones after. You can also change how it looks. So let's say you want to change the coloring. You can change the coloring. You can pick that there's a picture in the background. You can loop it so that the text wall that comes in keeps going around. You can change the text colors, the background colors, anything you want. Or you can even pick an image. So let's say just watch your copyright issues too. Let's say you wanted a torch. Oh, sorry, didn't mean for that to come up. So I'm going to pick this picture, for instance. Let's see if I can get this to work. So if I choose an image, I can pick from the computer if you're going to upload one, or you can use a website one, and then it'll put it in the background. So you could change your coloring to go along with that, or you can get rid of it altogether. You can stretch it, you can tile it, you can center it, or you can delete it. You can make it more transparent, so it's just kind of in the background. So you can kind of play with the look of it that way. Or you could insert an image in this other place up here. Where'd it go? As a logo. So the logo can, let's just show you the difference. So the logo, it's just not showing up at the moment. You can center it, you can put it to the left, you can put it to the right, which would be behind here. Okay, you can adjust its size, make it smaller, bigger, play around with it, or you can get rid of it. Okay, so that's kind of how you can adjust how it looks. This is the effect speed, is basically how fast you want the texts that come in, how fast you want them to move down the screen. These are for changing to use different customized views that they already have in place, so you can customize them yourself afterwards. That's kind of most of the features there. If you go under messages, this allows you to choose if you want them to show the information. So if you say show participants, then it will show the last 4 digits of their text message or their Twitter ID. This is for a shadow box around the answer, I think, and then for timestamps, so you can keep track of who sent. So I'm going to do one right now, and on my phone, I'm going to go into my messaging. So there's no charge for them as long as they don't have any texting fees. So if they have unlimited texting, then they won't be charged at all. Okay, so in the to, or enter recipient, I put in the number 37607, and then in the message, if I put 550258 space, and then I'm going to make a guess. Oops. I'm not going to tell you. And then I'm going to put my initials. Okay. So I just hit send, and it should show up. There we go. And it should show participants' last 4 digits. And it might take a minute for it to do that, but I would still get them to put their initials or their name or their first name and their last initial or something, so that you can still get the figure out who it was that got the answer. So you can show it from the website. So if I go F5, okay, I can make it full screen and I can show it right from the website, but then you have to do each one individually. Oh, no, you don't. You can use your arrows and go to the next one. It might be the slickest. But if you wanted to, you can also download it as a PowerPoint, and we can there's a certain little plugin that we have to put in on the computer that you'd be using, but you can insert these right into a slideshow. So whichever way you'd rather. If it was part of a full big slideshow, then I would do that. But if not, then you may find it just as simple to show it from here. So, oh, I think that might be it.